A rectangular tank measuring 5 meters, 4.5 meter into 2.1 meter is dug in a center of the field measuring 13.5 meter into 2.5 meter. The earth dug out is spread evenly over the remaining portion of the field. How much is the field? How much is the level of the field raised? All right. Now we are given that a rectangular tank measuring this is dug. So let's say this is the tank. Okay. This is the tank and the dimensions of this tank is given to us as 5 meters, 4.5 into 2.1. Okay, so these are the dimensions of the tank, and this tank is dug in the center of the field. Okay, so I'll try to visualize it something like this. Okay, this is the field. This is the field, and in the center of this field, this tank is dug out, and the dimensions of this field is given to us as 13.5 into 2.5. So the length is 13.5 and breadth here is 2.5. All right, so this is the visualization of this question. Now what is done here is that the earth is dug out, okay, and is spread out evenly over the remaining portion of a field. So what happens is, while digging this tank, the sand is dug out. Sand is dug out like this, and this sand is evenly spread like this on the remaining part of the land. Okay, this dug out sand is evenly spread out on the remaining portion of the field. How much is the level of the field raised? And by doing so, by spreading this dugout sand evenly on the remaining part of the field, there is some land. There is some the land is raised by some height h. Okay, let's call it h. So that is what we have to find out. How much is the level of the field raised? So we have to find out this h. How much is the land raised? Okay, so how do we go by this question? Okay, so let's start with this tank first. So now the earth that will be dug out will be of same volume. The sand that will be dug out will be of same volume as that of this tank, right? So first of all, let's find out the volume of the tank here. So volume of tank here will be, this is a cuboid, and the formula to calculate the volume of cuboid is length into breadth into height, right? So length here is 5, breadth is 4.5, height is 2.1, and after calculating this we get the value which is 47.25. all right, now that means 47.25 volume, let's say meter cube, 47.25 meter cube volume of sand is to be spread out on the remaining portion of the land. Now what is this remaining portion? What is this remaining portion of land? How do we calculate this remaining portion? In order to calculate this remaining portion, what we'll do is, first of all, get the area of this entire land. Okay, so the area of entire land here will be length into breadth, so 13.5 into 2.5. okay, this is the area of the entire land, and subtract this portion, okay, this rectangular portion that was dug out. Okay, so here length will be same as this length of the cuboid, so this is 5, and breadth will also be the same, which is 4.5. so we'll subtract the area of this portion. So the area of this portion here will be 5 into 4.5 minus 5 into 4.5. okay, and this will give me the remaining portion of the land. So let's solve this. So 13.5 into 2.5 will give me 33.75 minus 5 into 4.5 will give me 22.5, and after solving this I'll get the final answer as 11.25. let's say this is area, so we'll write meter square. So final verdict here is 47.25 meter cube of sand is to be spread out in 11.25 meter square area. All right, So let's say this sand is spread out over here like this, and we have raised the land, and let's say the land is raised by h height. Okay, so this is h. So whatever the volume of the remaining portion of this land here will be, whatever the volume of remaining part of land here will be the same as that of the volume of this cuboid, volume of this tank. Why is that? Because we are spreading the same amount of sand as that of the volume of sand that we dug out from this tank, right? So that's why we can say that volume of the remaining part of the field is same as that of volume of tank. All right, now what is the volume of remaining part of the land? We know the area is 11.25. now this is the area. If we multiply this by height, we'll get the volume, simple as that. And this is equals to volume of tank. Volume of tank is what? 47.25. This is equals to 47.25. Now all we have to do is solve for h. So let's get rid of this decimal point. This is 47.25. okay, let's get rid of this decimal point. So we get h is equals to 47.4725 divided by 1125, and after solving this we get h as 4.2, and this is our required answer. So here option C is the correct one.